it was about 16 years ago that Phil Collins and I started corresponding, and you're welcome to come up and read some of his letters to me. And we were corresponding because we met against all odds. The Phil Collins fan club had Carissa as a member in Chicago, and I was a member in Dallas, and it was really unlike me to join a rock fan club. I haven't done that. So we were talking, and it was against all odds that we met. Well, we met because I started corresponding to her in Chicago because of this fan club, and we finally met, and Carissa came to Dallas, and after a couple of years of dating, much longer than you probably wanted to wait, I wanted to propose. And who would be better to write my marriage proposal than Phil Collins?
Oh.
Now, it was against all odds. It was against all odds that he would agree. But he agreed because he said he's never been touched before by what I wrote. So you're probably wondering what I wrote.
Yes.
And this is true. In the darkest days of his life, his marriages were falling apart, he created very powerful music, Against All Odds and In the Air Tonight. And his life was falling apart back then. And the power of that music connected Carissa to me. So he's delighted to write my marriage proposal. And as you can read later, it was against all odds, he and I felt. But then I started to think about it. I was traveling the world as a consultant to media companies and anchors. So I was meeting these glamorous, you shouldn't hear this, I was meeting these glamorous anchor women around the world as just part of my work. But none of them really interested me that much. And then I was on the CBS Evening News of Walter Cronkite. So I was on national television. And people wanted to introduce me to a young Diane Sawyer, who worked out of the Washington Bureau. And I don't know that I was that interested. And then as a reporter, I met an amazing array of women, from Janis Joplin to Janet Reno. Now, if you're a reporter, you really do meet that array of people. But you probably can figure out Janis Joplin and I were not a couple. Now, don't laugh that hard. And Janet Reno was very nice, but a professional relationship there. Then I was in a book called The Best Little Bachelor Book in Texas. It's actually on the shelf there. So I was getting, because I was having been on CBS News and being on television, people want to publish you and put you in books. So I get these stacks of letters. I mean, this is a man's dream, right? Well, no, don't talk. So I get these stacks of letters from women from all around the country because I was on Donahue, Good Morning America, and it was a very exciting time. But with all the people I met, there was really just kind of an empty space. And then Carissa entered my life. And Carissa's mom, Pam, some of you knew, I discussed that. I said, is this against all odds? It seems to be against all odds that Carissa would enter my life and we would fall in love. And Pam said it was meant to be. And when you think back, all the things that happened involving Phil Collins and his music and his letters, it really was meant to be. So we want to begin the dancing tonight with the song that we began 15 years ago. And we would like you to join us, please.